Alex's First Hearth Warming by Tech Ogre. Read by Daniel Gallant. It was a cold, crisp night, and I had invited everyone over for a get-together. Human, pony, griffin, and changeling. Some would say it was close quarters. I said it was cozy. Dash and Scoots were sitting on either side of me as if to hold me up. I chuckled. I hadn't had that much to drink. I stood. It's been a long equestrian year and a quarter, about 44 Earth months since I arrived. I've discovered ponies have 4 seasons, like most worlds, but they're distributed differently thanks to the Pegasus and Celestia. To me, the 11 months for each of spring, summer, and fall, with a short 3 months for winter, was wondrous. Endless summer and spring, a short winter, and a pleasant fall. I shook my head. This place still gives me the sense of wonder. I lifted my glass of eggnog and apple cinnamon whiskey. To a wonderful place. There were smiles all around. Even Eleanor gave a little smile. Matt lifted his glass. To happy landings. We all raised a glass and drank. Eleanor lifted her glass. To new beginnings. Again, we lifted mugs and tumblers and drank. Twilight and Emerald, in his changeling form, hugged little Sapphire in her changeling queen form. Tycho raised his mug. To new horizons. Once more we all followed suit. The 2 mares with him snuggled close. Applejack raised her mug. To new friends and family. Elusive gave her a peck on the cheek, which promptly glowed red. I simply sat back and enjoyed the happiness around me. Scootaloo looked up at me in curiosity. Dad, is this your first Hearth Warming? Applejack, snuggling with Elusive. Nah, this ain't his first rodeo, but land's sakes, he was plumb pickled that first year. Elusive bumped her shoulder. What did we say about tact? Dash chuckled. Aunt AJ's right. The first year he was a mess. That was before we hooked up, kid. I gave a weary chuckle. Yeah, it's true. It was Christmas and Scootaloo cut me off. Chris what now? I explained. Christmas. It's a holiday where I come from, with a lot of similarities to Hearth Warming. The reasons for the holiday are different, but the warmth and love are the same. Anyway, this was my first Hearth Warming. And I'm drunk. For the first time since I got here, I'm rip-roaring drunk. I don't get loaded on salt like ponies do. I just need good old Applejack from Sweet Apple Acres, brewed by Applejack herself. Kid stuff for ponies, giggle juice for me. And here I am, sitting in the dark, feeling sorry for myself. The only light is from a dying fireplace. Why the hell was I feeling sorry for myself? I've been here for only a few months, and I've met 2 goddesses for Christ's sake. I have more bits I know what to do with, and saving a colt made me a local hero. And yet, here I am, alone and so drunk I can barely stand. This was their winter festival, Hearth Warming Eve, Christmas by any other name, and as far as I could tell, on every world I'd been on, they had the same damn celebration. Usually in the winter, sometimes in the summer. A few had it in the spring or fall. Didn't matter, it's still Christmas. Every time it rolls around, it's just another reminder that I was alone. Oh, I had friends, but I'd only known them for a short time. I wasn't going to intrude on their celebrations. Anyway, I just don't belong here. So I drank. I just stared at the embers of my fireplace and drank. I was so lost in my thoughts, I didn't hear her come in. So, you gonna sit here all night and get blitzed? Rainbow Dash said in a soft and worried tone. Without looking up, I said, Yep. I took a drink. I just want to be drunk and sit here and feel sorry for myself. I took another long pull from my drink, then started to peel the smiling cartoon tree label from the bottle with my thumbnail. You have friends, you know. She sounded defiant, maybe a little angry. I replied in a flat and tired tone. I know. I took another drink. I just miss having family, that's all. She came closer, and I could feel the warmth she radiated. Listen, you idiot. We are your family. You know that. I started laughing. A bitter, harsh laugh. You know, Rainbow Dash. I've got a little secret. You want to know what it is? Dash looked unsure. Well, I'll tell you. Remember at the park last week when I was so proud of Scootaloo for winning that scooter race, and we did a big group hug, the 3 of us? Well, just for a second, just a split second, I imagined we were a family, and it felt good. For that little tiny moment in time, I was truly happy. I took another long drink, then turned to Dash, bobbing slightly. But I knew it wasn't real. Do you really think some thing like me would be readily accepted? I mean, deep down in here, I patted my chest. Do you honestly think some mayor will say, I continued in a soprano voice, "Oh, Alex, I would love to spend quality time with you, even though you're not a pony"? I drained a bottle and took a fresh one. Yes, friends are good, but... I took another long drink. I'm alone, Dash. I've been alone for the last 60 years, and I'll be alone for the next 60 years, and however long I'll be still bouncing around after that. I may never die, you know that? Unless I get myself killed, or just take the easy way out. But even then I can't be sure. I fought back tears. Don't get me wrong. I value your friendship so much, and you're my very best friend, but I can't drag anyone else into this life. I took another drink. She placed a hoof on my shoulder. I brushed it away. Dash, I'm drunk and being stupid. I know I'm rambling, but I'm just tired of being alone. Right now, I just want to wallow in self-pity. I don't expect many mayors to be interested in an interspecies affair. I'm not even sure I'm interested in one. I looked at Dash, and she was blushing. I waved my hand. I'm not talking about the physical stuff. I mean... Christ, I don't know what I mean. I noticed the bottle was empty, so I opened a new one and continued. Just... someone to say they love me at the end of the day. I took a sip, grateful for the chance to unload. Someone I could be in love with. Someone to hold. I drew my knees up to my chest and took a long pull at the bottle. And you don't think I feel guilty about that? I sniffed back a tear. It's burning me up inside. Anna's still my wife, but that was a lifetime ago. Sure, I still talk to her and see her, but she's become more and more of an abstraction. For me, it's already been a lifetime, and now that I'm here in this, I wave my hands around, spilling a little drink. Perfect place. I feel even worse. I finished off the bottle. I sniffed away another tear and opened the last bottle. And now, I'm as drunk as I'm gonna get, and all it did was creep out my best friend. I raised the bottle in mock salute. Great job, Alex. I took a long pull of the bottle and stared at the dying embers of the fireplace. Dash, a little angry, asked, Are you done with the whining? I nodded, still looking at the fireplace. Good, it was getting boring. You're a sad, boring drunk. And you're my friend. My best friend, as a matter of fact. I felt a kiss on my cheek. Surprised, I turned to her. Her voice was soft, full of emotion. Happy Hearth Warming. You may not think so, but your friends care about you. We love you. We don't care how drunk you are. We want to see you tonight. You've brought so much good around here, and you've given us a lot to think about. Her voice became deadly serious. Now, get dressed and get moving, or I swear to Celestia I will buck you into next week, you lughead. You're friends. I want to spend time with you tonight. She smiled and her voice became confident. It's all about the power of friendship, right? I looked at her, smiled, and wondered what good deed I did to warrant such a good friend. I took a sip of my eggnog. So that's it. Started off bad, but it was all right in the end. I kissed Scootaloo and Dash in turn. Dash smirked at me. Yeah, it did. You're still a boring drunk, though.